everyone, and welcome back to Crafty. Today we are at the fourth and last Christmas layout, and today again we start from a sketch. Only today we make a double layout. I haven't done one double layout in many years. Actually, I'm not so much of a layout person, more of an album person. So yes, this double layout has space for 10 photos. And if you look at the sketch, you will see that I made a bit of a mistake. You see that there are two patterns. There is one in the middle that is different from the ones to the left and the right. However, the one from the left and the right, which is the same, or so it looks to me, the left side it's narrower and the right side it's a bit wider. Where my mistake is that I have kept them equal, the left and the right. So of course there will be some small offset compared to the sketch in my version, but I think that is okay. So now what I'm doing is turning the middle sheet on the other side, so I can stick them down, between, so the middle with the right and then the middle to the left. And I'm using one of those strips that are at the bottom of the sheets, usually pattern paper sheets, and this is from another collection, but it really doesn't matter. And by the way, I'm using paper from, so the left and the right are cardstock, green cardstock, and the middle it's from Time of Wonders from Mintay Papers. It's one of my favorite paper producers. And yeah, I have created a lot in my with this collection as well in my 7 Jolly Days of Christmas, if you saw them. Um, and I will link down below to the playlist so you see. I made like 3 or 4 albums with only that collection, 3 albums and 1 folio that I remember for sure right now. Okay, so now we have the base. Now, these are the small photo mats on which the photos will be sticked, glued down to. And I have already prepared them, and I will lay them on our sheet so you can see what is my plan. Um, and I will start slowly but surely to actually prepare them to put them down. So some of them I will ruffle the edges like this and I will ink them, and I will also place them in 3D. So I will have some chipboard leftovers placed under them to raise them. These, for example, these two bigger pieces, bottom left and right, I will put them on some golden cardstock to um, give a contrast, and of course some extra, uh, Christmassy feeling to it, and vintage feeling also, because this is how the collection was meant to be from my point of view, at least I think from their point of view as well. I don't know. So I will use for the first time a lot of glue, liquid glue this time, in this creation to stick down my photo mats. And yes, only now and then I will use my double sticky tape, you will see. But because it's quicker and I didn't want to um, this video to become too long, I said I should use liquid glue, and it worked out mighty fine. This specific glue, it's from Dovecraft. It's a British brand that I'm happy with. I have used it before, many years before, and yeah, I was always happy with, so this is why I came back to it. So yes, now you see I'm using some leftover chipboard to uh, raise this photo mat from the surface. And yes, only now I think I will use double sticky tape to actually glue it to the cardstock itself. Um, just, to make sure that it doesn't um, affect the paper, the cardstock. I always go for that. And So I will do first these two pieces, bottom left and right, the ones with the many that are the biggest in all the layout. And now you can see because this is why I laid it out for you to see the main plan, what it is, how I planned it to look. And so I will, now that I'm done with this one, I will move on to the one on the left side, on the left edge. Well, not edge, side. And I will do the same thing there. So again, yes, I will ruffle the edges and then use some distress ink from Tim Holtz, the brown one, which is called Walnut Stain. Yes, Walnut Stain. Um, and then I will place it on a golden mat, and then with the help of some chipboard leftovers, I will erase it from the surface. So during the process, you will see that at some point, because now I'm telling you exactly what are the steps for basically every one of the photo mats. During the process, I will actually start, using the quick motion, so to say, the fast forward, so I don't bore you too much, because it's basically the same operations, only like I said, some of the photo mats will be raised and ruffled on the edges and some not, but that you will see in the end. And also I am telling you now, the video ends at a point where actually I was happy with the with the layout, but then after I finished the video, I realized it actually allows for more decorations. And I started playing some more with it. And when I was ready, I filmed the finished layout. And that I added right after my goodbye and just before the aha. So stick with me because it will be shown here. And I think it looks uh, pretty much better than the version before. And I hope you will agree with me. So yes, now I move forward to the tags. So for the photo mats, I have used tags from the collections and they measure 7.5 centimeters by 10. And I have used the B side of them, the one with the frames, as you can see. I love them. It's for the first time when I use so many tags on just the B side. Usually I combine them or I use just the A side, but on the B side I never used so many at once, and I'm very happy with how it looks in the end. I can't wait for you to see it, so I really hope you like it too. Considering that, yeah, there will be photos sticked on every one of them, I actually punched the corners so that the end user, whoever that will be, either it will be me or it will be someone else, won't have to actually use glue or double sticky tape to stick their photos on, but rather just insert them in the corners that I have created. And this is why when I glue them down, I go with the glue just around the corners. So I'm not touching the corners as well, so they can lift them a little bit when they have to um, insert the photos. So the photos will have to be 7 by 9.5 centimeters. In other words, 9 by 13 centimeters trimmed off a little bit on both sides, or you download your photos in your computer as you well know, then put them in Word and then edit the sizes so that they correspond exactly to the size you need for your layouts or your albums. This I'm talking now in general. This is how I do. And the same, I advise either my clients to do the same, or when they send their photos to me, I do the same for their photos as well. Because you cannot respect, especially in albums, you cannot respect the classic sizes of the photos. So you will have to trim them off. Okay, so this is what I'm doing now. As you can see, I'm using this sponge from I don't remember exactly. From Crafty, yes. And it has, it creates two punches, two openings at each corner. So basically, they could be used on the other side as well. But since I've glued them down, now it cannot anymore. And yes, I have kept an edge of 1.5 centimeters both up and down. So this is why I use the ruler now to make sure that I keep the same distance to the upper edge as I did to the lower edge. And yes, so it's nothing more fancy than that. Uh, okay, so yeah, now I'm continuing with adding the every photo mat. It's a easy process, really. Only being a um, double layout, of course, it takes a bit longer, but the process is very easy, and the result in the end, I think it's very satisfying. And I think once you will put the photos down, I think it will look absolutely fabulous. I'm thinking black and white photos here. I don't know why, but that's how I see them. Okay, this piece in the middle between the two upper photo mats and the two lower, I will again ruffle the edges of it, and I will place it on some chipboard leftovers to raise it from the surface. And by the way, my chipboard usually has like 1 millimeter minimum, and it can go up to 3, but here I haven't used more than 1.5 in thickness. Okay, so this is how it looks so far. I'm very happy, and I cannot wait. I'm telling you already now, I cannot wait to move on to the decoration part of it, because I will show you very soon in the sketch. Um, there are some decorations meant to be placed here as well, obviously, and it will look really really nice. I can't wait for you to see the end video with how it actually ended up being looking. So yes, if I wouldn't have glued them down directly, but put them, I don't know, maybe on, I don't know how I could have used this on both sides in this context. Really, honestly, I cannot think right now, and I'm sorry for that. But the idea of this punch is to be able to use photos on both sides. On the front, you insert them through the upper insert. Uh, yes, to the upper cuts. I don't know how do you call this. I'm not sure they are inserts either. No, they aren't. Cuts, let's say. And on the other side, you use the lower one, the one just under it. And yeah, I've actually used this specific technique, but I really don't remember the context. So yeah. Okay, this is how it looks so far. Now what we have left is this strip, which is supposed to include a title, some journaling, and some decoration sorry, there right under. So I'm measuring to make sure that I'm not going lower than the other photo mats. I want to be, they should be all leveled, as you can see, and it should stop at the middle of the upper photo mat. So in length it has 23 centimeters, and in width, I think, as I have it right now in front of me, in width it has 8 and a bit, almost and a half, but not much. So 8 and 3 millimeters or something like that. And in inches, that would mean 9 inches by 3.25. Yes. Okay, and I used leftover cardstock. It's oh yes, craft cardstock, and I didn't raise it up. No, not at all. I'm using this from the chipboard sticker sheet. It's called. It says the wonder of the season, and I love how it looks. And then I will create some lines. I will draw some lines with a pencil, and but it seems no. First, I will actually create that decoration there, and I will raise that also from the surface, and I will use a poinsettia, the biggest poinsettia. And by the way, you see it shines. It's because I usually laminate my fussy cutting sheets to make them, more resilient to wear and tear, and to give them a nice touch as well. The shininess, it's always cool to see, especially, for Christmas, and it adds extra feeling to it and to the touch as well. So it's really nice. But also, like I said, to the wear and tear, they, last better the proof of time. So I will place that like this, with the leaves closer to the title. And yes, then I will move on to probably put on those decorations like I was telling you about. And you saw in the sketch that they have to be on some mats as well. So I will have to look for some mats to place those decorations on. And they have to be 3 up and 3 down. I'm measuring them, and yeah, they measure. It's not that they measure. The one here in to the left, uh, lower left, is 7.4 centimeters by 6.5, and that is in inches. 3 2 point, yeah, 2 point, almost 3 inches by 2.5. And I have used the Love and Joy um, sentiment from the sticker sheet, from the chipboard sticker sheet. And for the one above in the upper right corner, I used another one of the um, tags from the collection, which, like I said, it's 7.5 centimeters by 10. Sorry, that was my phone. Uh, and that in centimeters means 3 inches by 4, 3 by 4 inches. And I will use some decorations there, again from the chipboard sticker sheet. Okay, so here I get back. It's not according to the sketch, but I felt like adding. It was somehow too empty, and I felt like adding another decoration to it. And I put there a time of wonders, and I know it sticks out, but I think it looks better like that for the fact that it sticks out. So this is how it looks so far. Ah, yes, I still have to draw those lines with a pencil for the journaling. And this is how it looks. And I hope you like it as it is. But as I said in the beginning, it's not the end. Because after I finished, yes, sorry. Yes, there is still something. So it's a smart, very smart touch. They contained everything with some line, and I have used this marker to with a dotted line, and this is how it looks now. It looks better from my point of view, especially because, yeah, like I said, it's smart. So on bigger surfaces, they need to be contained from my point of view as well. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope you liked what we did today and previously. And now, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and see you very, very soon. Bye bye.